Welcome to Carry Me Topics, everybody. This is Carrie from Carry Me Topics. We doing live, not promoting no violence or anything like that, but we just keeping up with what's going on in the world right now. And we had Chicago earlier. I had a little technical difficulty, but now we back in LA. Leave a like and a comment in the chat. Leave your comments below. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I'm working on getting the camera, so I'll be joining you guys with a visual as well of me watching this along with you. So I got a camera coming, but right now we got our first little setup with a little microphone, and we're gonna try to do our thing. I got a couple other little things I gotta get as well. But like I said, welcome to the stream, and just enjoy the view. I'll be in and out momentarily, and leaving saying little insights on what's going on, what I think is going on. Like I said, you can leave comments in your chat, and let's keep it going.
I like Christian.
So
I like Harris.
Yeah.
And
So that's why I'm not coming up to you like, "Ah, how dare you," like whatever.
I like
right?
to talk shit. For
I know you do. I don't know if you would use this word, but like kind of the performance art element of your. I don't know. It's like a little performative the way that you like get mad at people or like whatever. Yeah. And so I may have taken that more personally in the past, maybe that like an interaction like this may have hurt. But just for what it's worth, I have nothing against
so
you.
you're a big boy and you can handle a little shit talking.
Well, of course I can, but I don't know if I've ever gotten to say that to you, that I don't actually resent you feeling that way. I wish you didn't feel that way about me. I think you're wrong, but like
I think your chat could be a little nicer.
I don't look at. You can look at my screen.
No, I think
I don't look at my
I
comments.
think you need to work on that.
And yeah, I mean, just to be honest, like, so if people are watching my chat and they see vile shit, I literally just don't look at the comments section at all. And I think that's a fair thing to criticize me for, right? Like, I could go back and like read all the vile shit and delete like 5,000 comments at the end of the day. I accept that criticism. It's not something.
I think you would cultivate a lot better audience if you do that. My suggestion.
Yeah. Honestly, it's more out of laziness than principle on that particular point. Like, I just
do better. I think you could do better.
Right? Your opinion is duly noted, but
be safe.
Seriously, peace to you.
I haven't released my video from the women's march in DC about you.
I haven't seen it, but I'll look for that if you.
Yelled at
Yeah, no, I remember that. I haven't seen your video of it. All right, to anyone who just like kind of heard that interaction, I didn't want to like self-film. It's not really about me, so I had the camera pointed away as this happened. But what I passed by was a streamer named, actually I don't even know his real name, but he goes by Defender of Ants. He's a couple of times like kind of like when we're at the same events, he sort of like yelled at me and accused me of being on some political side or another. His work is largely like performance, and so sometimes it like. He's come up on my stream and acted like excessively angry at me or something. So the interaction, if you may have just heard it in the background, was more or less me trying to just make peace and shake his hand because I don't really know the guy very well, but like to the extent that I've seen his content, I think it's largely performance art, and I have no reason to be an enemy of him other than him apparently not liking me. But we ended that conversation with shook hands. So again, I don't even know if that was really audible on the stream here, but I just wanted to make it clear why that happened. You know, it's it's live coverage, so sometimes you'll hear something semi-personal, and yeah, it's not the point, right? But anyway, just clarifying that. Anyhow, the protesters went past City Hall as they're kind of starting off here, and now continue to march kind of away from the direction of where other stuff has been happening for the most part. So I have no idea where this is all headed, but we'll see.
stand down. Y'all can stand right there.
¡Las calles son del pueblo!
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Give me a mic check. Man, whoever they got on them drums over there, man. I mean, I'm a musician. And they doing their thing over there, and they sounding. Man, let me keep my comments to myself. Y'all, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. This is Carrie and me. This is Carrie from Carrie and Me Topics. Leave a like and a subscribe, man. You know, there's something new for me. We're going to get this live streaming going. We're going to keep these live streams going. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. We'll keep this going.
Fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Fuck 12, fuck 12, fuck 12.
That's going to be a nice shot. Both group in group in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, welcome to the live stream. This is Kerry from Kerry and Me Topics. Looking like they're down in downtown LA. We started earlier with Chicago, but we had lost that stream. But if you're new to the channel, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep it going.
Our streets! 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 Fuck 12, fuck 12, fuck 12! Fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys! Fuck 12, fuck 12, fuck 12! Fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
Divided! United will never be divided! The people united will never be divided! Never be divided!
Don't do this. This makes me really bad.
Got some breaking news. It's got word that Israel said they're launching preemptive strikes on Iran. If you've been following this, Donald Trump said he was trying to have another peace talk, one last peace talk with Iran. It was supposed to take place on Sunday, but ever since yesterday, the United States has been evacuating people out of the Middle East. So some of us didn't think it was going to wait till Sunday, but I'm getting word now that Israel's starting to strike. If I get some video or intel on that, I'll switch over to that as well.
Our streets! Our streets!
Now, I also have heard a lot of people have a space because they're avoiding accountability which is a scary time. I wouldn't have thought like that. There you go, guys. But not to be scary, that's to be No worries. Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
Am I tripping or does he have a fucking grenade launcher? Look at your foot. Look at your foot. It's over the line.
You want to back up before they take advantage of that and they shoot you, dog. Back up.
Yeah, they're looking for every reason to become violent against us.
And let me remind you motherfuckers, I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for their safety. Because I know how you motherfuckers work. You want to
All y'all want to do is fucking hurt people. Y'all don't do fucking shit. Y'all can't do your fucking
Exactly.
shit. You don't do fucking shit.
Every time some shit happens, the police never do fucking shit except for be violent against the fucking people.
This is fascism at its finest.
Right. This is a fucking dictatorship. Everything ain't fucking free no more.
Am I rallying anybody up? Exactly.
They're looking for every single reason to become violent towards us. It's not like people, it's all peaceful protests until they pull up. It's all peaceful until they pull up.
So you motherfuckers can find any excuse.
You don't want one of those babies. I don't.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about the natives. We can't forget about the natives. How the fuck y'all gonna deport them? Where the fuck they gonna go? The fuck?
Have they blocked up?
That's the dumbest shit when I heard Trump say he gonna deport natives. What the fuck? Exactly. Go. Where the natives gonna be? Y'all took shit from them. What the fuck?
Oh, he's on the mic again. He's on the mic again. This guy will get on the mic and like talk shit, like you're in a bar or something. Like the guy in the white shirt. What are you doing? I see you. I have face recognition, and then you see Trump's fine. It's fucking crazy.
my folks watching, it's actually really hard to hear, but there's a helicopter above that I think was declaring unlawful assembly. But it's very, very hard to tell.
What do you mean you tired of this thing? I've been walking all day. You some bad bitch.
I heard it, yeah. Declared unlawful assembly, and they said first warning.
It's an unlawful assembly.
I just, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
I don't think most of the people in this crowd can hear it. But I heard the word unlawful assembly, and I heard the word first warning.
First warning? How many warnings do we get?
I don't know.
I didn't know we got more than one.
I feel like kindergarten rules says 3 strikes.
But yeah.
But I don't
I feel like
actually
with
know.
the police, you don't.
You heard that unlawful assembly, and LA has a curfew, so you already seen with the shields, they about to take care of business.
Heard from loudspeaker.
Yeah. Oh,
Unlawful
okay.
assembly. This is your first warning.
Okay. We might have an unlawful assembly warning. I don't know. This gentleman expressed his right behind me. Thinks he heard that on the microphone. I'm sure. Before I heard it, these guys are actually like laughing.
It might get a little hard to breathe. Everyone is on the National Guard side. They're all putting masks on. has been any indication, the unlawful assembly declaration and the fact that the National Guardsmen all just put on gas masks would kind of indicate that action is potentially imminent.
Y a prepararse con protocolos, lo que indicaría que en cualquier momento podrían estar disparando sus balas de goma y estas las granadas de gas lacrimógeno. Estamos a la
One of the cops just handed the tear gas canister to the one with the ice thing. That canister wasn't on him a second ago.
I did hear them issue a second warning.
It appears the crowd mostly just decided to pretty much move on, so we'll see. But at least right here, it doesn't seem to be like it's going to go down right now.
También tiene las manos levantadas en alto, sosteniendo una bandera que fusiona la bandera de México con la de Estados Unidos. Trae símbolo de paz.
there are Americans on these front lines. There's always the concern of a regional spillover. And then from some of our allies, there's also concern that if Israel targets and hits sites where there was nuclear enrichment, nuclear development, that there is also an impact from an explosion there. So we need to really understand the details of what was targeted. Were these missiles? Were these nuclear program sites? Exactly what? We're waiting on the Israeli Defense Force to brief on those details.
All right, stand by for a second, Margaret. We have more from the Israeli defense minister, and I'm reading now. Following the state of Israel's preemptive strike against Iran, a missile and drone attack against the state of Israel and its civilian population is expected in the immediate future. Senior White House correspondent Weijia Zhang joins us now. Weijia, what do you got? What are they saying at the White House?
John, so far at this hour, they are saying nothing, but we do know that President Trump was hosting a congressional picnic here. We can still hear the sound from that on the South Lawn as lawmakers gather. And just around 8 o'clock, half an hour ago, he went to the West Wing. We know that because there is a military standing guard sentry outside of the West Wing entrance. And as you know, that means the president is now inside working. And so we are trying to figure out, John, whether he got a heads up before this happened and what sort of intelligence he received from the Israelis, if any, before this attack. Now, the president spoke at length about this earlier today, John, and he was explicitly asked how imminent is an Israeli attack on Iran. And he said he did not want to use that word, but added that it looks like something could very well happen. He was also asked if the Israelis had shared any direct information with him, and he said no, but it's interesting because he also said it could be a dangerous situation. Obviously, actions speak louder than words. As Margaret laid out, the administration urged American personnel in the region to evacuate. So at this hour, we do not know how much the president knows about the attack, whether he was briefed earlier. But John, even today, knowing whatever it is he obviously did know to make the assessment that the situation there could escalate quickly, he still expressed optimism that a deal with Iran could still happen. And so, you know, the question that remains unanswered, John, is whether he has now changed his red line in order to get that deal across the finish line. Just weeks ago, he made very clear himself, along with officials, that the red line in order to have a successful agreement was that Iran would not be enriching any amounts of uranium, 0 levels of enrichment. And that is something that Tehran publicly was not agreeing to. And so today, while the president said Iran could never have a nuclear weapon, that would require very high levels of enrichment. He did not answer whether they were still open to lower levels. And that is going to be critical, John, moving forward in assessing how realistic a deal is, especially as we monitor the situation in Iran and how Tehran decides to respond.
Weijia Zhang at the White House, thank you so much. Weijia, with us now is retired U.S. Marine Corps General Kenneth McKenzie, former head of U.S. Central Command and current CBS News contributor. General, what's the first thing you're going to want to look for, or first questions you would want answered after you learn about this attack?
Well, I think we begin by seeing that the Israelis probably achieved tactical surprise. There have been no reports of Israeli aircraft downed. I'm guessing this is a combination of manned low observable aircraft, stealth aircraft, long-range missiles, some short-range missiles, possibly some drones launched from within Iran. A complex attack. Looks like against the nuclear sites, but as you said, that would be the first thing I'd like to know if I were looking at this right now. Is it a narrow attack? Was it simply against the nuclear sites? Because then you may have an opportunity to scope and scale a potential Iranian response. And on the note of an Iranian response, Iran will not be able to respond immediately. It will take them a little while to bring their missiles to readiness. They're probably not ready to do that right now. The sun's going to be coming up in a little while. They will probably not want to do something during daylight. So we're looking at the next period of darkness at the very earliest time for a probable Iranian response. And as you know, John, those responses have not been particularly effective against Israel the last 2 times they've done that.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. Since it was your daily concern, what's your assessment of how weakened Iran is? And two questions. One, because their proxies are weakened, but then also we've had more evidence about their ability to respond, to make an evaluation of whether they can, in fact, respond as wide and as deep as we once thought.
Iran misses Lebanese Hezbollah. That was their huge strategic hedge against Israel. Lebanese Hezbollah is out of the fight. The Syrians are out of the fight. Iran is generationally weakened right now. Now, that's against Israel. They still have a lot of weapons that they could fire against our bases in the region and against countries such as Saudi Arabia or the United Arab Emirates, where they would be able to generate more missiles than they can actually fire at Israel. So that would be an option, but that would be a marked widening of the war and probably lead to direct pressure on the Iranian regime. The ultimate goal of Iranian statecraft is regime survival, and they will make their calculation about the next move with that held as the highest objective. So it'll be real interesting to watch what the Iranians do here over the next 24 to 48 hours.
And General, just to bring our viewers up to speed here, that we are watching Iranian television there. Those are pictures of Iran at night. You see some smoke there. And then we also have some reporting. Our Jennifer Jacobs reports that the White House will convene a cabinet meeting tomorrow morning. That's per several sources. The U.S. is not a part of this operation. There's no intelligence sharing. Iran State TV says the country's air defense system is on full alert. General, if you're still with us, I just have one other question. In terms of the ladder of Israeli attacks, you mentioned that there might be a smaller scale attack and then just kind of make a new kind of assessment. How much could Israel do without help of the United States in terms of hurting the Iranian nuclear program?
John, they can damage the Iranian nuclear program. They can give it significant damage. They cannot do the things that we could do to the Iranian nuclear program because they don't have the special ordnance that will let you go deep into the deep underground spaces where the Iranians have some of the most sensitive parts of their program concealed. So that is going to be a limit, but they can still do a significant amount of damage. And again, I don't know if they plan to come back tomorrow night. Is this a one-night event? Is it going to be a multi-day event? That's still to be discovered. The Israelis will certainly assess the damage. They'll look at how it went, and then they'll make decisions based on that. And they'll also make decisions, I'm sure, based on whatever the Iranian response is. And again, I would just emphasize the narrower the Israeli strike, the more clearly confined to the nuclear target that it is. And the nuclear target is a bunch of targets. I want to be clear, as you sort of illustrated in your very good graphic. It's a lot of targets, but as long as they're narrowly scaled against that, there's a possibility we might be able to control escalation here.
And General, what are U.S. military officials thinking right now in terms of their assets in the region that are possibly in danger? Give me a sense of the to-do list that suddenly has popped up in front of U.S. decision makers.
So everybody's at a very high state of alert right now. Probably a lot of people are in shelters. We're looking very hard at all our sensors to see what the Iranians might do next. I would think the CENTCOM commander has probably taken steps to disperse his aircraft, to position ships in different places than where they've just been, to do a variety of things, all of which will complicate Iranian targeting as they begin to decide what their next move is going to be. And I would also think that there'll probably be some clear and unambiguous messaging directed at Iran, warning them of the ultimate consequences of attacking U.S. forces and U.S. targets in the region. Because I have to believe, John, if that occurs, the Iranian regime itself will come under pressure. And I go back to a point I made earlier. Preservation of that regime remains the highest goal of Iranian statecraft.
And just holding on that point for a second, it remains the highest goal. So does that mean they're limited really in how far they're really going to go because they don't want to get a massive attack that might bring that into question?
Within their own worldview, the Iranians are realists. They know the limits of their capabilities. They've been badly exposed by the attacks of their offensive forces on Israel. Their own defensive forces have been severely attrited by prior Israeli attacks. They're at the weakest they've been in many, many years. When pressed, the Iranians are willing to negotiate. They did this during the Iran-Iraq war. It's called drinking from the poison chalice in Iranian statecraft. They've done it before. It's possible they'll do it again. I think it all depends on the nature of this attack, how successful it was, what the collateral damage is. There are a variety of factors that will go into that calculation.
All right, General McKenzie, thank you. I want to turn to Margaret Brennan. Margaret, remind us again of sort of the nature of the deal that was on the table between the United States and the Iranians, or what the terms were they were at least negotiating.
The Israelis were very keen
so about
on
2
Donald
weeks
Trump
ago,
getting involved
Steve
in some
Witkoff,
sort of military
President
attack
Trump's
earlier
envoy,
this year.
friend,
But he
real
said
estate
no, he wanted to
developer who has
continue
been,
on the
the person
diplomatic track. So he insists that he is committed to a diplomatic solution. That's what he said on social media just a couple of hours ago. But just to recap, what we're hearing from local reporting here in Washington, D.C., is that Donald Trump is convening a cabinet-level meeting with some of his national security team, obviously, to discuss what has happened. But this meeting was planned before the Israelis announced that they had gone ahead with an operation in Iran.
Let's turn now to Al Jazeera's correspondent Ali Hashem in the studios. We're just hearing news coming into us of a new wave of strikes.
It seems so. I'm talking to someone in Tehran and he's saying that there's a new wave. At least he's hearing explosions. Now, according to the reports coming from the ground, this wave, the first wave, was aimed at certain personalities or commanders in the IRGC. And these commanders might be very instrumental. Now, whether these attacks succeeded in killing these commanders, this is something that we do not know. We need to confirm. But at least for now, what we know is that there is an attempt to kill some instrumental commanders in the IRGC in a way that they will dismantle the command and control within the system, within the military leadership. And this, of course, will have its own implications on the management or the direction of how this confrontation, because this is going to end in a confrontation. The Iranians at the end are going to retaliate. Are they prepared to that? This is another question. Does this attack, did it succeed in killing those who were targeted? This is also another issue to investigate, and we'll continue to investigate with our sources on the ground.
Okay, I just want to bring in now Trita Parsi, who is the Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. He's joining us from Reston, Virginia. Thank you for being with us. Trita, let's look at the background to this. I mean, in terms of the geopolitical conflict, the tensions that have been building over the last years, months, and now the last few weeks, why are we now seeing explosions in the Iranian capital, Tehran?
Well, the Israelis have been pushing for this ever since Donald Trump won the election, and even before that. But Trump defied them, made sure that they did not make any attacks. But something has clearly changed in the last week. Now, Trump is publicly saying that he opposed this, he didn't want this. But reality is, in Tehran, they're not going to be convinced by that. They don't believe that Netanyahu would defy Trump in this manner. And if he did, they would want to see evidence by seeing strong retaliation by Trump against Netanyahu for essentially having sabotaged diplomacy and Trump's prospects for getting a nuclear deal. So I think they're much more prone to be convinced that this is something that Trump essentially gave at least half a green light to. And he probably did so in order to, because he fell for the Israeli argument that if the Israelis can essentially bomb Iran a little bit at least, that will soften the Iranian negotiating position. Quite the contrary, I think we will see a cancellation of the talks on Sunday, and the Iranian position will be significantly hardened, which is exactly what the Israelis were looking for. They're looking for ways to sabotage the diplomacy, collapse any prospects for a deal. And again, the analysis in Tehran is not one in which a strong separation is made between Israel and Netanyahu and Trump and the United States. And they would believe that the United States was essentially in on this one way or another.
Okay, so you mentioned there, Trita, the talks about Iran's nuclear program that are due to take place on Sunday, another round of talks. So, I mean, what is likely to happen there? You say that positions might become clearer?
No, I think those talks will not take place now. I don't find it likely at all that the Iranians will go to the table after the Israelis have attacked them. And incidentally, the exchange of fire may actually continue all the way till Sunday. So I think the immediate impact of this is that it will sabotage talks. Crucial time will be lost. The Iranian position in general will be hardened. And I think you will see the Iranians being far less likely to agree to compromises. So even though Trump may have thought, if he gave a green light to this one way or another, that this may actually help his diplomacy, I think he will discover that it's quite the opposite. Now, if it is so that he actually genuinely really told Netanyahu not to do this, and Netanyahu nevertheless chose to defy the American president in the midst of his negotiations, then the question is, what will Trump do about Netanyahu?
Okay, Trita, stay with us if you would. We're just getting reports in that Israel has targeted Iranian commanders and sites directly involving Iranian commanders. Ali, what do you make of those reports coming into us?
Well, in fact, now there are going to be several measures taken. And as we are hearing now, there could be a leadership meeting in Iran to decide on what they are going to do, what's going to be the next step. Of course, there are plans that there should be plans, but now the whole region is in a situation of war. It's back to what we were witnessing just a year ago and during the exchanges between Iran and Israel. But this time it's different. In the past time, it was in retaliation to an attack on a building in Damascus where an Iranian commander was. Today, there's a clear Israeli attack on the Iranian capital. There's an Israeli targeted assassination to several Iranian military commanders. And this would mean, and as Trita was saying, possibility of having a meeting on Sunday, the 6th round, actually, I mean, I could say 99% have evaporated, because it's a new era now. It's a new time, and all the calculations are different, even with respect to what the Iranians used to express with respect to their own nuclear program. This is going to change from now on, because the base, Iran itself, the entity was attacked. And when the entity is attacked and there's an existential threat on it, then the Iranians, according to my understanding of how decision-making process is in Iran, will go towards escalation, and they won't go towards containing what happened. Actually, till the moment, we don't know if this waves of attacks have come to an end, or they're going to continue. What we're seeing from Israeli media is that they're preparing for a week long, at least, of attacks on Iran. And till the moment, there are no reports of attacks on the nuclear facilities, which are the main target of the Israeli bombardment.
Okay, I want to bring Alan Fisher back in Washington, D.C. Alan, what else have you found out?
We know that Donald Trump has now gone back into the White House. He made some brief remarks at the congressional picnic I was telling you about. It's understood that he's now heading to the Situation Room to receive a briefing from some of his national security team. We know that he's going to have a cabinet meeting. We are told that that cabinet meeting will be on Friday morning. And we're also getting comments from Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, just in the last few minutes. He has said that Iran should not target US interests or personnel, that the United States was informed the Israelis were going to take this action. They were saying it was part of their self-defense, and Israel took unilateral action. We are not involved in the strike against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Steve Witkoff was certainly still hoping that there would be talks about Iran's nuclear program in the Middle East on Sunday. That now seems unlikely, as we're hearing from everyone. And Donald Trump himself had said that he was not in favour of a military strike while there was ongoing action. But certainly we saw the preparations from the American side over the last 24 hours with the various evacuations and moving of personnel from embassies in the Middle East. So a cabinet meeting on Friday morning. The US said it was informed by the Israelis, but earlier they said they were not involved in the operation that has been carried out in Tehran in the last hour or so.
OK, Alan Fisher in Washington there. Let's bring in Trita Parsi. He is the Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. Good to speak to you again. You're joining us from Western Virginia, Trita. I just want to go back to, we spoke earlier about the fact that the talks are unlikely to, the nuclear talks between Iran and the US and other states there on Sunday, unlikely now to take place. What does that do for the whole situation and the instability of the region?
Well, the region was moving towards a more stable situation because expectations were quite optimistic that eventually there would be a deal, particularly in the beginning when Trump's red lines were simply that there would be no weaponization in Iran. Such a deal has been struck in the past. It could be struck again. Once Trump shifted towards saying that there should be no enrichment, expectations became a little bit lower, but they were still thinking that at some point Trump would change his view, recognize that he can get a good deal, but he doesn't need to get zero enrichment, and he would go for that. Now, I think we're going to go towards a much, much more negative situation because there's not going to be any talks this coming Sunday. No one knows when talks may resume, if they resume at all. We will see snapback action in the UN Security Council against Iran, reimposition of more sanctions. Tehran, very likely in that scenario, will walk out of the NPT altogether. And the risk for a larger confrontation will increase. Now, Trump may pull out and say, well, look, this is Israel's problem. We're not going to be involved in this. But that means, nevertheless, that there would be an ongoing military confrontation between Iran and Israel over some time. So I think we've entered a much, much worse stage now. And this could have been prevented. It should have been prevented with a much clearer red line from Trump, making it clear that Israel should not think even twice about sabotaging the diplomacy that Trump had started.
Trita, I want to just turn back to Tauhid Asadi, who joins us on the phone from the Iranian capital, Tehran. Tauhid, what are you seeing now? What is the very latest from there?
Just out and taking time being while I'm driving seem to be. It's just an hour ago at around local time. He has told me earlier that he heard.
OK, Tauhid, thank you. The line isn't very clear to you. We can't hear you properly, but we are seeing very graphic images there, Ali, of that looks like a residential block. What are we seeing there on fire?
Yeah, actually, several buildings in Darzgu, Shahrek Mahallati, Chitkar, in West Tehran, North East Tehran, several residential areas were hit. And well, as we were discussing, these are targeted hits. And of course, there'll be several people killed. Pictures the Iranians aren't used to. The last time they saw such images were during the Iraq-Iran war in the 80s, when the Iraqis used to target Tehran. So this is new to them, but of course, this is going to change the whole calculus. It's going to change the whole thinking. And what I'm hearing right now is also there are some explosions here towards the northwest in Kermanshah, and reports of explosions also in the center. Now, are these Israeli attacks? Are these Iranian air defenses intercepting Israeli missiles? This is what we don't know, but as it's clear from the pictures, there were some impacts. There are, of course, casualties. We don't know the number. People in Tehran are telling me that sirens and ambulances are everywhere, trying to at least recover bodies and casualties from these buildings that were hit.
As you mentioned there, Ali, that's interesting, the context. You said that this hasn't been seen in Iran for years?
Yeah, at least since 1988. The last time Tehran was struck in this way. I mean, there have been several sabotages, several, let me say, security ops. We saw the attack in Karaj, we saw the attack in Parchin. There were several attacks in this regard, but never that we saw such attacks on residential neighborhoods in Tehran. And at least the new generation in Iran do not know such pictures. Now they are seeing these pictures coming from, this is part of these pictures that we are seeing are in northern Tehran and northeast Tehran. These are bustling areas, areas where many people live there, big neighborhoods, vast neighborhoods, some of them, of course, commanders or officials or just normal citizens live there. That's why I'm saying that there is a very big possibility that there are going to be casualties and probably a big number of casualties.
Okay. I just want to turn to Trita Parsi again. Just a reminder to our viewers, who is the Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute. Trita, looking at the context there, how is Tehran likely to respond now? There's a huge series of explosions and, hearing that this hasn't happened in Iran for decades.
If I could just say something else first, I wanted to just point out what perhaps is obvious but needs to be stated, which is that not only are these attacks, and the Israelis themselves call them preemptive, which is illegal under international law, but we're also seeing that the Israelis have now completely blurred out any line between civilian and military. Because if their targets are scientists and military officials in their homes, it doesn't matter then that their target may be military. If they're attacking them in their homes, that is illegal under international law. In fact, if any entity attacked American military families in their homes in the hope of killing the father who is a soldier, the United States would rightfully call that a terrorist attack. But over the course of the last 2 years, we have now seen how the Israelis have systematically fought to change the norms around this and make everything they want to do plausible and permissible by essentially erasing all of the different norms and laws that have been established over the course of the last 70 years in order to regulate how war and fighting actually takes place. Now, as to your question of what Tehran likely will do in this scenario, I think there will be a lot of pressure on the regime from inside its own elements, that this time around they have to respond much harsher than they did in the previous 2 rounds of exchange, in which they were criticized internally for having shown too much restraint. They were walking a fine line back then. They wanted to retaliate, but they were very careful because they did not want to see any further escalation. At this point, with this level of attack, this embarrassment for the regime to see these type of attacks in Tehran, the capital of the country itself, I think the argument inside of the system against anything that would be very, very strong and much stronger than what we saw in October, I don't suspect that argument will win out. However, the question then comes to what capacity do the Iranians actually have to be able to respond stronger than they did in October? And that remains somewhat unclear. We do know that they have more advanced missiles than the ones that they use. And we've seen that some of the missiles that they've given the Houthis have been able to penetrate all layers of Israel's air defenses. But it's still unclear whether those challenges that Israel faced in October, the holes that they had in their systems, have been patched up, and as a result, they may be in a better position to defend themselves this time around against Iran's missiles or not. But I think it will be quite clear that there will be a much stronger retaliation this time around than there was in October or in April of last year.
Well, let's cross back to our correspondent, Tawhid Asadi, who joins us on the phone from Tehran. Tawhid, what is the very latest there that you can tell us?
Well, just to give you a picture of what took place at around 3 a.m., there were reports coming out about several attacks, several sounds of explosions being heard at the capital of the country. I personally heard at least 2 of them, but it has been said that it's more than 6, let's say, explosion sounds that have been heard in different parts of the capital, not just in one part. And the state TV confirmed the happening of explosions. Different points at the capital, as I told you, were hit in western part of the capital, Chitgar neighborhood, in Mahallati neighborhood, which is known for a residential area for military officials, and you look at the footages, you look at the photos coming out, smoke is clearly there, and it seems that it's a targeted attack with high precision. As I saw one of the footages showing that a residential building, have been hit, but just one floor of that building is hit. So this shows it seems to be a targeted one. Also, a research center is said to be hit, and the air defense system in the capital have been activated, and the state TV is citing sources saying that Israelis have been behind these attacks, and also saying that the air defense system of the country is 100% prepared. And we heard this line from the United States saying that some U.S. officials are saying the United States has got no engagement in this new attack. And one of the latest lines that is coming out is relates to a statement that we had from the Imam Khomeini Airport, the international airport of the country, saying that until further notice, there's going to be no flight in order for the situation to be fully investigated. We know that it's not the first time that Tehran is experiencing a sort of strike by the Israelis. Back in 2024, on October, they launched waves of strikes against Iran in different locations, and specifically it becomes important under the context. First, we know that less than 24 hours ago, it was the Board of Governors of IAEA that adopted a resolution on Iran's nuclear program. And here in Tehran, it was considered as a sort of injury to the diplomatic affairs underway in order to deal with the concerns about Iran's nuclear program. And now, this strike could be a headshot to the entire diplomatic trajectory that Iran started, specifically after they accepted to get engaged with talks with the United States, and there was a next round of talks scheduled for Sunday in Muscat in this regard. But right now, situation is getting really, really complicated, and we are not sure if there is going to be a continuation of this diplomatic pathway. There is obviously going to be tough responses from the Iranian side. The last time that such a thing happened, Tehran said that in case there is going to be a repetition of these strikes in the future, Tehran's response, Iranian retaliation, is going to be much, much stronger. So we are basically waiting for escalation of the situation under this context. And getting back to strikes, so far, officially speaking, we don't have any details on the cause, on the, let's say, exact places and further details on this strikes, and we are closely following developments to see what comes out.
Okay, that's the very latest from Tehran. And just another breaking news line to bring you that Benjamin Netanyahu is saying that Israel has launched these targeted military operations to roll back Iranian threats to Israel's very survival. And if you are just joining us, we are bringing you breaking news. Israel has launched strikes against Iran. It says it's targeting nuclear and military facilities. At least 6 explosions have been heard in the capital, Tehran. The US says that they're not involved in the operation. Well, Tawhid, I believe, still joins us on the phone from Tehran. Tawhid, what is the very latest that we are seeing there? There have been several explosions. Let's just now turn to Benjamin Netanyahu, who is actually speaking at the moment. Let's take you to that live.
At the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program. Last year, Iran fired 300 ballistic missiles at Israel. Each of these missiles carries a ton of explosives and threatens the lives of hundreds of people. Soon, those missiles could carry a nuclear payload, threatening the lives not of hundreds, but of millions. Iran is gearing up to produce 10,000 of those ballistic missiles within 3 years. Now just imagine 10,000 tons of TNT landing on a country the size of New Jersey. This is an intolerable threat. It too must be stopped. Iran is now working on what it calls the new plan to destroy Israel. You see, the old plan failed. Iran and its proxies tried to encircle Israel with a ring of fire and to attack us with the horrible attack of October 7th. But the people of Israel, the soldiers of Israel, rose like lions to defend our country. We crushed Hamas, we devastated Hezbollah, we hit Iranian proxies in Syria and Yemen. And when Iran directly attacked us twice last year, we struck back inside Iran itself. Yet in defending ourselves, we also defend others. We defend our Arab neighbors. They too have suffered from Iran's campaign of chaos and carnage. Our actions against Iran's proxy Hezbollah led to the establishment of a new government in Lebanon and the collapse of Assad's murderous regime in Syria. The peoples of those two countries now have a chance for a different future, a better future. So too do the brave people of Iran, and I have a message for them. Our fight is not with you. Our fight is with the brutal dictatorship that has oppressed you for 46 years. I believe that the day of your liberation is near. And when that happens, the great friendship between our two ancient peoples will flourish once again. I want to assure the civilized world, we will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous weapons. And Iran plans to give those weapons, nuclear weapons, to its terrorist proxies. That would make the nightmare of nuclear terrorism all too real. The increasing range of Iran's ballistic missiles would bring that nuclear nightmare to the cities of Europe and eventually to America. Remember, Iran calls Israel the small Satan. It calls America the great Satan. And this is why for decades, it's led millions in the chants of death to Israel and death to America. Today, Israel is responding to those genocidal calls with action and with a call of our own. Long live Israel and long live America. Our action will help make the world a much safer place. I want to thank President Trump for his leadership in confronting Iran's nuclear weapons program. He has made clear time and again that Iran cannot have a nuclear enrichment program. Today, it is clear that Iran is just buying for time. It refuses to agree to this basic requirement of peaceful nations. That is why we have no choice but to act, and act now. The hardest decision any leader has to make is to thwart a danger before it is fully materialized. Nearly a century ago, facing the Nazis, a generation of leaders failed to act in time. They were paralyzed by the horrors of World War I. They were determined to avoid war at all costs, and they got the worst war ever. They adopted a policy of appeasement. They closed their eyes and ears to all the warning signs. That failure to act resulted in World War II, the deadliest war in history. It claimed the lives of 60 million, including 6 million Jews, a third of my people. After that war, the Jewish people and the Jewish state vowed never again. Well, never again is now. Today, Israel has shown that we have learned the lessons of history. When enemies vow to destroy you, believe them. When enemies build weapons of mass death, stop them. As the Bible teaches us, when someone comes to kill you, rise and act first. This is exactly what Israel has done today. We have risen like lions to defend ourselves. Over 3,000 years ago, Moses gave the people of Israel a message that has steeled their resolve ever since. Be strong and courageous, he said. Today, our strong and courageous soldiers and people stand together to defend ourselves against those who seek our destruction. And by defending ourselves, we defend many others and we roll back a murderous tyranny. Generations from now, history will record that our generation stood its ground, acted in time, and secured our common future. May God bless Israel. May God bless the forces of civilization everywhere. Thank you.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking there at a press conference directly to camera, saying that, making it very clear that he says Israel had no choice. In his words, he says, we have risen like lions to defend ourselves. Well, Noor O'Day joins us from Amman. Noor, the Israeli Prime Minister there making it clear that this, in his words, is a defensive action.
Yes, this is how it would be framed no matter what the context, Sarah. Recall that the attacking Iran is a point of consensus in Israeli politics. All Israeli politicians from across the political spectrum view Iran as an existential threat. And in the past 20 months or so, we've seen Israel and Iran exchange strikes due to the escalating violence initiated all the time by Israel in strikes against Iran. This is different, though. This is a strike that, according to Israeli reports, targets the assassination of key figures in the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, as well as key and strategic positions and military assets in Iran. We've been hearing all sorts of rumors and leaks in the media in the past 24 hours, and as we've been hearing from Alan over in Washington, D.C., the Trump administration even took steps, and the Israeli public has been wondering whether this is just added pressure on Iran and the Trump administration, or whether they should really be getting ready for war. And at the moment, they know they are in a state of emergency. The airspace of Israel has been closed down. Schools, businesses, all shut down. The public instructed to only leave their homes in extreme cases and in cases of emergency and extreme need. Thousands of reservists have been called up for duty, and right now the situation in Israel is on heightened alert because they do expect Iranian retaliation, although no news of that has come about yet. But we are hearing more and more from the Israeli side about measures taken, about the fact that this strike was sanctioned by the Israeli cabinet at night. And right now, senior Israeli leaders have been taken to safe locations, according to the Israeli military radio.
Noor, let's bring in Alan Fisher then in Washington, D.C. Alan, Benjamin Netanyahu there thanking the U.S. president. What are your thoughts there?
Well, clearly Benjamin Netanyahu knows how to play Donald Trump, a man who, of course, has portrayed himself as the most pro-Israeli president that the United States has ever seen. Truman could perhaps argue against that. What we heard from Benjamin Netanyahu was addressing this effectively as also a threat to the United States, saying that there could well be attacks in the US at some point down the line. We know that the United States were aware that there was the likelihood of these attacks. That's why they took the action that they did over the last 24 hours at their embassies across the Middle East. But I was speaking to one analyst by text just in the last 20 minutes or so, and he said this is a preemptive strike by the Israelis. It's Benjamin Netanyahu preemptively killing the chances of Donald Trump reaching a deal with Iran on its nuclear program. And now it's up to the US to decide how it will respond if Iran takes action against Israel. And certainly looking at social media, there are a lot of people who would be natural supporters of Donald Trump who say that this is Israel's war and that the United States cannot get involved in this. Certainly we know from statements from members of the government just in the last hour or so that the US was not involved and did not assist. But Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, has in the last hour put out a statement warning Iran it should not target US interests or personnel in the coming days. Benjamin Netanyahu has said that this operation may go on for several days. Donald Trump, who this evening was at a picnic on the grounds of the White House, the Congressional Picnic. It's an annual event. He made some brief remarks, did not mention what had happened in Israel, and then went back into the White House. We are told that he is there with his national security team, and it's his intention to hold a cabinet meeting with many of those national security figures first thing on Friday morning to discuss what the US should do in the coming hours.
Alan Fisher in Washington, D.C. Thank you. Let's bring in Al Jazeera's correspondent Ali Hashem, who joins us live here in the studio. We just heard from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Interestingly, he also said, "We will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous weapons." So this is about those nuclear weapons and the danger there, isn't it?
Well, since the beginning, I mean, Netanyahu has been obsessed with Iran and mainly with Iran's nuclear program. And he's always been warning that the Iranians are after a bomb. The Iranians, on several occasions, insisted that a bomb is not in their agenda, is not on their priorities, and that they see making nuclear bombs as against their own ethics. So, I mean, this is today the moment where everyone, it's a moment of truth, where everyone is in front of the new situation, of the new status quo. He said that the assassinated...
Maybe it's in the market. For whatever reason, they didn't want to think about it. I mean, like, obviously you can do what you want, but there's no reason to, like, argue with somebody. Oh, really? That was the basis of it? I think that is the basis. Well, that might be why they don't want to be filmed doing it.
Ice out of LA! 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 Ice out of LA!
What's so funny? You think this is funny? What's so funny? This isn't funny. It's not a game.
Half your paycheck is gonna pay for this.
Shame on you.
You're not ready for that conversation. So next time you try to talk down on me, just come to the ground. You try to talk down on me, come down from the side.
Hey, thank you. That's really sweet of you. Thank you.
La misma porquería, la policía, la migra, la misma porquería. La policía, está penado, esa es la cara de vergüenza, güey. Es la cara de vergüenza.
The police aren't the problem. The protests are not the problem. The problem are the people that are throwing something inside riots. We are here to gather for voice, for law. It's a peaceful protest.
Black and white.
More than two. One. I can't. I can't wait. Get my bike. It's like, you know how, like, you know the concept of, shut it up. It's beautiful.
And then, like 10 minutes ago, most of them pieced out. I think almost.
I was joking about that, but I think you're actually right. Like, I think they already left
Because this is CBP and those are Marshall's SRT, right?
Yeah, you're right. Because this has been in circles a little bit. The last time I was in this spot was probably a half hour ago, and it was National Guard and Shields.
Yeah.
So I mean, the shot I was just joking would happen apparently happened in between.
So maybe maybe they're not gonna they'll circle back in and they're not really paying attention to the ruling. But
yeah, no, I mean it looks like they're loading new guys in, so that might be it for the National Guard.
Which means maybe the Marines show up sooner.
Stepping out a little bit. No, you stay. AC. I'm trying to take a picture of you before they disperse. Just stay where you are. I'm just trying to get you out of the shot.
Over here?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some BTS going.
Were you with Sergio when people got pinned last night?
Oh yeah. No, I was in the kennel last night with Sergio.
They let you guys out.
They ultimately made targeted arrests of a couple of individuals inside. I could actually hear their radio traffic, and when they kettled us, the intention was to arrest everybody inside, and they were having an argument amongst themselves about whether unlawful assembly warning that had taken place like a mile earlier was good enough to count for like later, and it seemed like they came to the conclusion they couldn't do it. They made targeted arrests. The thing that I heard, although I don't know if it's true, is that one of the targeted arrests was a person who was using a laser pointer at the helicopter. I don't know whether that's true or not. That wasn't something I reported out. But yeah, I literally filmed people climbing over walls and through barbed wire to escape that kettle. Are you here for Frontline?
Yeah, like it's a wild thing that like it was like that day when I texted you when I first came to town, it's just like 7:30 in the morning. They were like, hey, can you go this way? And I was like, what's the plan? They were like, there's no plan. And then I landed and it was like, hey, you're working with Tim and this woman Maria who's producing and AP. And I was like, what are we doing? They're like, what's going on? We don't know. Just gotta go. Got it.
You're gonna come to DC on Saturday?
I was gonna ask you, man. What do you like?
I'm flying home tomorrow.
There's not a no kings protest, is there?
So there's not, but I've seen a lot of like people basically like, where do we go? Like people who are interested in the idea of doing a DC protest. What's really interesting is that the most visible organization that has organized one, and you're saying the Mercury White House is a huge mess. They are obviously like the Bob Masikian, kind of multi, like
you're
kind
supposed to cross the line right
but
there.
I feel like this is one of the type of events where like they could be the seed that other people just go there because there's nowhere else to go, and it ends up being started this big thing without much leadership. Or that's actually how you end up with a leaderless protest that can turn bad. Right. That's kind of what happened with PSL yesterday here. PSL part of the thing, but then it was mostly completely unaffiliated.
Yesterday was kind of like, yeah, police is like really good and
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like there was much really aggressive before.
It's very retaliatory. It's very much like one person throws a water bottle and then it's like the penalty is death. like, for everybody who's all
this is where the National Guard is sleeping.
Even like here, they just earlier today, like they sent 2 warnings. They walked like half a mile, came back, and then they were like, "This is your 3rd warning." Like they didn't start the warnings over. If we're going by the same logic, even though nothing is really happening here, they might say, "Oh, they're in the street. They've had 3 warnings." Like literally at any second, they might just declare like, "Okay."
I felt like the dispersal orders last night were pretty.
They're given very, very liberal. Like it does not take much for them to be like now we're going to use unlimited violence to make it stop.
Hey, have you guys met?
Hey, I'm Ford.
Ford and I worked together many times, and Tim and I are getting to work together for the first time.
Awesome. Good. This is my last day out here out of 4.
He's going to D.C. tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? Is that because you're being told that? Because you think it's a good place to be?
Well, so I live near DC, but I'm going back for the military parade. But honestly, if I wasn't doing that, staying here till Saturday, I think makes a lot of sense. And I know a lot of other.
That's what we were kind of thinking to do.
I think No Kings here is going to be the most prominent of the No Kings demonstrations. Specifically, DC it won't be granted, but obviously, whatever happens.
You know, the stuff up here, big crack down there seems like hype.
It's also possible there's going to be a thunderstorm. I saw there's like serious discussion of like literally raining out the military parade, which I feel like kind of exudes weakness for the United States military to be like you know, we can take out any enemy except getting wet.
It's a problem. It's a problem. Like, dude, is the key bridge going to collapse? Or did they like fix that plan? There was a guy that was like, there was like some talk that they were going to come in from Arlington over the bridge and then go through Georgetown.
They left.
Yeah, dude. So here's the thing. I'm sorry, wait, let's do this. Okay. Like, yeah.
Sorry.
So,
I didn't realize the shield.
So here's the thing I'm trying to figure out. The court in San Francisco, federal court in San Francisco,
right, motherfucker. You right, but you right, motherfucker. Come on, look.
I want you guys to notice something. Hold on. I want you guys to notice something. Notice how the police are in the front. The police are in the front now because these motherfuckers gotta go back home. The National Guard has been sent back home. The National Guard has been sent back home. Hey, what we're doing is working. What we're doing is working. The National Guard has been sent back home. You see this? This is why the police are in front now. Hey, they've also given the last warning. Hold on. They've also given the last warning. Okay? They're prepared to get violent. Hold on. You're on the last warning. Be careful. Last warning for peaceful protesting. So let's back up a little bit. Let's gather together. Back up a little bit and gather together. They're prepared to get violent. They already gave the last warning. Okay? What we're doing is working. They sent the National Guard home. That's why the police are out here now. Okay? They sent the National Guard home. They have to go home now. So let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. What we're doing is working. Let's just back up a little bit so we can keep it going. This is a peaceful protest. We will not be intimidated. Make a line. Do not be intimidated.
We'll come back to that feed in LA, but I'm gonna show you another feed we have. So my computer catches up with it. 1,000 people gather at Washington Square for a protest against ICE raids. This is in Utah. So look at that. As we thought it was dispersing in LA, it seemed like they just went over there to Utah. Or this is just a whole nother batch of people. So I'm trying to get sound for it. I don't think it has sound, but I think I'll bring back the sound from the LA as we watch this.
You alright, Did you see this guy? Record that motherfucker.
Yeah. No,
where's he at?
So you can actually look on the screen.
Right there.
Now he's using the binoculars, but before he like shouldered that shit straight into it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to disperse the crowd in front of the federal building in LA. So once they start doing that, I'll switch back over there. But I'll give you the sound from the LA building, from the LA feed, because there's no sound on the Washington feed. But that's an impressive amount of people that just continuously marching. So I'll do what I could. We'll switch back and forth.
March! You're not the black man! March forward! They gave the last warning.
Gifted seconds.
Okay, I guess they're finished. I guess they don't have no more cameras. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, they said they're going to Washington Square. So if anybody's familiar with Utah, I guess you know where they're going. And I guess they're going to march all the way there and then have a rally or what have you. But the sound that you're hearing is from LA in front of the federal building, because this feed here doesn't have sound, but it's an impressive number. It's an impressive show out. So let's listen in. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe and leave a comment. This is Kerry from Kerry and Me Topics. We just discuss different topics and whatnot. I make videos, go live. Shortly I'll have a camera here, so you'll see my face on these videos as well. And let's keep it going. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, help me grow. Thank you.
Getting ready with the tear gas launcher.
Kill the man! Save the Indians! 500 years! Kill the man! Save the Indians! Kill the Indians! Save the man! This is a peaceful protest. We will not be intimidated. We will not be intimidated. This is a peaceful protest and a lawful assembly. Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest!
You see how they're pushing them away just to get vehicles and whatnot out of there. So they give you a taste of how they disperse the crowd, and you'll see how when they're ready to move the crowd off that street, you'll see how they'll push them and whatnot. And if need be, they'll start dispersing tear gas and rubber bullets if need be. Other than that, they'll just pretty much bully them, pretty much tell them move, leave the area. That's been the saying of this whole protest: move, leave the area, and if they resist, then they step it up a notch. I'm seeing several people in there like laughing, and I mean, I know it's assembly, but this is not a laughing matter. I mean, I try to be biased about everything because I don't give too much of my opinion. I'm just trying to provide videos for you guys that don't get to see this stuff, because sometimes you won't see this on regular TV. But in my opinion, this is not a laughing matter. This is very serious. People's lives on the line on both ends, on the protesters' side and law enforcement side. This is a dangerous situation. So I don't see how anyone could be laughing about anything. This is very serious. But let's tune back in.
Let's go. We have 5 minutes to disperse.
Before what? Tear gas?
As I was talking, they just told them they got 5 minutes to disperse. 5 minutes to disperse. I'll leave it from now on out and let's listen in.
They gave us 5 minutes. Please stay with the crowd. Okay? Stay with the crowd. Right now, we're stragglers. We are not safer together. We need you guys to move forward. Okay? Please. I see children. Don't endanger the children. I literally see children out here, bro. Okay? I need you guys to stay safe.
You're killing children, you're killing women. They're gonna wanna die tonight. You don't have to shoot. We have a right to be here. You need to go home. You need to go home to your families, to your abuelitas, to your mommies. You do not have to be here. We have a right to be here. We have a right to be here. A constitutional right. And let's sign up. You don't have to protect us.
How much are you driving tomorrow? The 1439.
Nobody heard us.
I'm trying to tell you something. The police is here. The National Guard. We are winning. What we're doing is working.
National Guard, why are you not obeying the judge's ruling and pulling back?
Listen. I need everybody's attention, please. I need everybody's attention. I need everybody's attention. I need everybody's attention. For your safety.
It's a constitutional right. And you sign up to protect the Constitution.
Damn, there's children here. I'm trying to keep them safe. Please let me gather these people's attention.
Don't talk to me, talk to them. You don't have to talk to the people.
Hello, yo, if you can hear me, please quiet down. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Yo. The National Guard has went home. The National Guard has went home. What we're doing is working, okay? If we stay calm, we will win. But I need this crowd to move forward. They already made a threat to shoot. The National Guard has went home. That means we're winning. The police is out here. You see different uniforms? That means that we are winning. Okay? So keep the protest going and move forward. Move forward. We're winning. I need this crowd to stay safe and to move forward. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Stay safe and move forward. They're ready to shoot. They are ready to shoot. some time, okay? I'm trying my best to move it forward. You see it in my eyes, bro. I don't want this kid to get hurt, okay? Nobody does. Nobody wants to see kids get hurt, okay? Hey! Watch the beat through! Black sunglasses! Where's he at? 1810 running! Blue belly hat! Black blue belly hat, black shirt, red letters. Come on!
He's right there, you're point of contact. I didn't see where you went.
Police moved in and arrested, I think, just one person just now, but have technically declared an unlawful assembly against everybody. There's also a curfew technically beginning at 8 p.m.
Yo, they dropped their body camera! You finally take that shit. Back to the line. Back to the line.
That's why they have the police out. That's why they have the police out. Because they send the National Guard home. What we're doing is working. Can I hear some fucking noise? Actually, out here.
Motherfucker, do me. I'm next. Do it, motherfucker.
What we're doing is working. Please stay calm.
Motherfucker, fuck you.
Can I say something, brother?
Don't tell me.
Look, they sent the National Guard home. That means what we're doing is working. What we're doing is working. So all we have to do is stay calm. Fuck that. They want you to get out of body, okay?
I'm good.
They want you to.
Look, I'm good.
They want a reaction. Because what we're doing is working.
My taxpayer money.
They want an excuse to get violent because what we're doing is working.
I'm next. Tell me, motherfucker. Right? I'm next. You're an idiot. I'm next. He told me. I need to. I'm next. Tell me, motherfucker. He told me I'm fuck strong. Fuck. He threatened me. Fuck you guys.
Dead wrong, bro. Peace, bro. We don't give him no reason.
No weapons, no guns. I got my dick. I'm good.
Idiot leaves. You can res up fine Shai in solitary confinement. He'll gift a
They
son.
sent the National Guard home. That means what we're doing, we are winning. They sent the National Guard home. Okay? So we need to move forward to keep this protest going. Because y'all getting arrested is not going to prove the point. It's just going to hurt your families. Okay? So let's keep the protest going. We are winning. They sent the National Guard home. Can I get some fucking noise? Come on. They sent the National Guard home. Our streets. These are our streets. These are our streets. So let's march them. Our streets. Let's march them. Let's march them. Let's march them and celebrate. They sent the National Guard home. Let's go. They sent the National Guard home. What we're doing is working. So let's keep it peaceful. You keep the rest of the stuff.
Oh, that's it?
Hey, all of the press that are staying here, people are watching you, and they're staying put too. So you're endangering lives. If you really want to film this, then film it in motion. And move the streets!
All 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 streets!
Let's go!
All streets!
All streets!
All streets!
All streets!
All streets!
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
I want to say goodbye to my boy 1743. Praise God.
They just made a threat to make arrests. They sent the National Guard home. We are winning. If we stay here, we're going to get arrested for no reason.
1743! Sleep well! See that vest smells like garbage.
The more people we have, the less we have. Right now they're doing not bad.
A ground stop has been issued due to a security incident that has occurred at George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Reports of an unspecified security threat. All inbound and outbound flights have been ordered to halt, and emergency responses teams are currently on the scene. The exact nature of the threat remains... Yeah, I'm getting rings on my phone. Exact nature of the threat remains unclear. The situation is still developing. So, George Bush Intercontinental Airport, Houston, Texas. A ground stop has been issued. No flights in, no flights out. To further notice. It's popping off all over the country, y'all. get back to it. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, please. Let's go to the Utah feed. I'll keep the sound on from the LA feed, but let's go over to the Utah feed.
The police are forming up on that side.
Most of the crowd. Violent.
It makes it a dilemma.
It makes it a dilemma about whether to follow that or be where the most of these cops are. If they wrapped around that side, if they're closed, then curfew. What time is it right now?
7:24.
All right, so we're not right at 8. No, because I do think that like the curfew moment is going to be the moment that whoever's in the vicinity of this gets, heavy impacted.
But also, there could be separate.
If there's a if there's a bigger crowd, then it's where they're going to focus the curfew enforcement. If it's still here,
yeah, a few. I would say like at least a couple hundred marched this way. I don't know if they turned or where right now.
I think they made a right turn, but obviously I can't see them after that. But that would put them maybe at the front of the. If I'm lucky, right over there. All right, to my people watching, I stuck around in the back of the federal building here, which is where multiple unlawful assembly orders were issued. One person was arrested. I think there was a single shot fired by a non-lethal, but to be honest, I heard it. I'm sure I recorded it, but I didn't actually see which weapon was fired, so I couldn't say what type it was. It could have been a flash grenade, it could have been a 40 mil. Less lethal, whatever. So I don't know, but it's currently 7:24 local time. Curfew begins at 8 p.m. There's sort of an interesting thing that happened over there, which is that a lot of the crowd was very determined to stay in spite of the order to disperse. And there was really like one or two people really pushing the idea that we should leave because staying is what they want us to do, kind of thing. And that convinced most of the group to move along, essentially based on one person who did not have a specific leadership role. All right, so the police that you just saw, that you see behind me now, appear to be heading toward the back of the federal building, which is where I just walked away from. The reason I walked away from it is that there was a relatively tiny number of people that remained there, and that was largely because there was at least a couple of individuals basically instructing the crowd from within it that they should essentially comply with the police's orders or else they get in trouble, which is essentially the same message as the police, actually, but neither here nor there. Some people made that point. In any event, most of the crowd ended up moving in approximately the direction that I'm going, which is toward the front of the same building. So I'm essentially walking that way in order to look for them and see if I can connect with the bigger crowd that departed from where I had started. So stand by. Hopefully I find the larger crowd. Again, I should emphasize that 8 p.m. local time is the curfew, which is not citywide. It is 1 square mile in this area, but it's an additional tool beyond unlawful assembly dispersal orders that police can use to force dispersals. So stay tuned here.
So, for example, Titanic didn't just sink because it hit an iceberg. It hit an iceberg in an area that didn't have a bulkhead, that didn't go high enough. And people died because they didn't blow the boats early enough, and then blow the boats quick enough. No, it's just the crowd, like, it's just the reason of why bad things happen like that every day. It's not just one thing, right? She's a pretty much clear up for most of the guards I work for.
Hey.
That was mostly media, right?
That we just departed from, yeah.
Yeah. They're about
So,
to
yeah, they're going to kettle the media and then let else go to our media. Yeah, I guess I lost the main thing that's first from it. Based on the helicopter again, it's playing the same trick as 2 nights ago. It's probably marching around City Hall.
You guys going to City Hall?
That's what I'm going to try, yeah. So I just passed the front of the same federal building that I had been kind of on the back of, and there was not a significant assembly there, which means that the 200 or so people that basically departed when the police told them to and when one of their comrades told them to comply, they kind of went in this direction. So I do see a helicopter kind of circling above City Hall, so essentially that's my next best guess about where to go. So what you're watching, dear viewer, as you watch this live right now, is me trying to find that group. And most of how I'm figuring that is just that I see a helicopter circling above City Hall. If chasing a helicopter in the sky seems like a weird tactic as a way to figure out where the thing is, it's actually the second time this week that I've done this, so I'll be 2 for 2 if I find a crowd around the corner in a couple minutes. I see it. No, it's at the bottom of the block there. Playing catch up has been the worst part of this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a feed from Washington Square in Utah. You're listening to a feed from a streamer in LA, downtown LA, because the Washington Square doesn't have sound. So I'm keeping you up to date with LA, and we're looking at Washington Square, a protest, a march in Utah. Early at the beginning of the stream, we were in Chicago. They had a very impressive march They marched downtown through the city. They ended it fairly early and dispersed, no issues. But it was a very impressive march. They were very full of energy. They were hyped, and they dispersed. I had a feed in New York, but I couldn't get it up. But I'm going to try to get New York because I had New York on a couple of nights ago, and I'm trying to get it back on tonight. And it seems like LA is going to continue, so we'll see how long we'll stay on because I'm over here on the East Coast. I'm in Key West, Florida. So we'll see how late I'll stay up, and we'll keep that feed going for LA. But right now, this is Washington Square in Utah. I'm hoping somebody gets some sound on, or I can get another point of view. Because as they were marching through, that's an impressive crowd. They must be somewhere tucked in, because that's like half of the people that were marching. So, and this is in Utah. So let's get back to the sound from LA, because the gentleman's still walking, trying to get another site. But as we're waiting, y'all like and subscribe, comment, share the video. I know some of the stuff you don't see on regular TV, so let's spread the word, and let's get back to the
Peaceful protest!
one I'm gonna share with you now. Are you ready?
Hey, officer, did you know that you're being cried on the first day? Officer back there, the officer that you just cried on the first day.
Hey, Ma! Hey, Ma! Hey, Ma! Hey, Ma! Hey, Ma!
Like, seriously, I'm being serious.
I got a. Let me see if I can get it to switch over. I got a feed from New Jersey in front of one of the ICE detention centers. Is claiming that it's reports of riots inside. And we have some people outside, more news reporters, but a few protesters. I'm trying to load the feed now. There it is. Like and subscribe, comment. This is New Jersey. Delaney Hall, where the arrested by ICE are being held. So I'm not sure who that is, family members or whatnot. But we do have sound for this one. So let's listen in.
Doing with the people that you've abducted.
How come we badge went away? Can you tell me your number? Take your badge out and read your number. Now that you put it away. I want to hear the number of your badge. Now that it's in your pocket. In the center. Yeah, there we go. What's your badge number?
Open up this front flap here and show me the battery. What does the battery look like? It's on the top right.
What does it say? Does it say EXT? Okay, cool. All right. That's my external battery. I didn't even use the battery for the live, so I'll be here for another couple hours. Thanks.
It's not too fucking late. Quit your fucking job.
All right, guys. I will be out here for another few hours as I have enough battery to go for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know what this is going to turn into.
They look like they're linked arm to arm, stopping the officers from the transport officers, because that looks like a van. And if you know anything about facilities, that's like a sally port or gateway entrance in and out, and they're probably trying to transport people in or out of the facility, and they're blockading it. So this is interesting. This is New Jersey, so I'm sure they'll have some backup coming, because if they gotta get somewhere, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get there. So hopefully this is a safe situation. It turns out to be a safe situation, and they can handle this the way it needs to be handled, or let them peacefully protest. Maybe there's other ways in this facility. I'm not familiar with this facility at all, but there you go. You can see that they're trying to get out. So let's listen in.
All right, so that guy just came over and took a picture of the activist.
Nazis out of Newark! Nazis out of Newark! Nazis out of Newark!
No ICE! No KKK! No
fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! 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 No No KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE. 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 No KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA.
Again, this is Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. They have some ICE detainees in there here. It is alleged that this detention center has some riots going on, and also you see right there in front of the Sallyport gate, which is a gateway in and out of when they transport people in and out of facilities. You have protesters there, activists linked up, blocking them from coming in or going out. But as you can see, this is about to be some kind of a standoff that's going to take place. So let's listen in, like and subscribe, comment. We're going to be around for a couple more hours, so enjoy.
Fascist USA. No KKK, no 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 fascist USA. No ICE. No KKK, no fascist USA. 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 No ICE. 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 No KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA. All right, your turn. I want to hear Under the Boardwalk. Yeah?
I'm sorry, you said something?
Yeah. You got a song? Yeah, can you dance? Can you do the whole routine with some turns?
Yo, what's happening inside?
Right. I want to see Gladys Knights and the Pips. You going back to Georgia?
What are you guys doing with the prisoners? Just fucking tell us. What are you doing with the fucking families?
Do they have food?
Do they have food? Answer all. I want to see the place that's up there.
Tell us what's happening inside.
Do you have a conscience?
Inside?
Tell us.
Do you have a purpose?
You guys aren't going to tell us what's happening?
Huh?
You're just going to ignore us? Pretend you don't hear us? You ready to beat some people up with that? Yeah.
Swallow.
Put that shit away. What the fuck you doing? Put it the fuck away.
He still got that stick out.
Yeah, he's still got it out.
He still has his stick out. Play with his stick. It's really skinny.
Fuck all of you. All of you are fucking disgusting. Fucking scum. History is gonna fucking judge each and every one of you.
I don't know how you got covered. I can go see your family.
After doing
They don't have families because no one likes them.
And if you do, I hope you're just in the orphans too. After how many orphans you've
That's why you guys wear masks, right? So your families don't do what you're doing to other families. You don't want your children to do what you do to other children, right?
Y'all ever heard this one? When the kids are united, they cannot be divided. When the people are united, they cannot be divided.
You literally pay your fucking salary. And here you are, ready to beat us up, shoot us. Why do you have that gun? Why is your baton in your hand? Put it away.
Yeah, put that thing the fuck away.
Wow, look at that moon, though. Oh shit, that's a blood moon. Fuck you.
Y'all like the moon out there?
We got a harvest.
Here, it is a nice moon. Let's see if we can see it.
Pacífico, hemos visto que hace unos minutos habían estado a ayudar también
Are you going to tell us what's happening inside? Are you going to tell us what's happening inside?
Excuse me.
Are you going to tell us what's happening inside the building? You're not going to tell us what's happening inside the building? Are you starving the prisoners? Is that what you're doing? Tell us. Tell us what's happening inside the building. To members of our community that you abducted. What are you doing with them?
I don't think you're going to be able to follow me this one. I don't think just people do it.
What are you doing with them in there? Are you going to tell us?
Tear gas in them. We fucking know you released tear gas in there. People out here with their families.
Why don't you tell them the truth? It's a miracle. You can't perform your job. There's been an intervention.
Gassing people in there? You're starving them?
Gassing people in a
Yeah.
prison.
Is that what's happening?
Sounds familiar.
What's
that make you, boys?
You're not.
Hey.
Gassing people in a prison. What's that make you?
You guys are fucking sick. You guys are sick. Look me in the eye, motherfucker. You don't feel sick? Yeah, look me in the fucking eye, pussy.
Today them, tomorrow you. Who's to stop the extrajudicial crew? When nobody decides who gets taken away, the next day could be you or me who is lying and to blame. Thank you. I like that. I appreciate the acknowledgement. Look out for my new single. On Spotify. No. If anywhere, it'll be right back here. I'll bring my guitar out. I doubt that I'll be able to get the projected thing to actually have the guitar work. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like, you got good ears for hearing. You know, like I do some open mics every now and then. Go out this way.
All right, guys, so I just wanted to step aside and come talk to you for a bit. Again, for those who are just tuning in or tuned in late, we are live outside of Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. This is the ICE Detention Center. where the mayor of Newark, Mayor Ras Baraka, was arrested after trying to conduct an oversight. That was a few weeks ago. All right, hold on, let's see.
Can you walk right in front of me?
All right, they have pepper spray.
Nazis! 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 What are you going to tell your children?
All right, just in time.
Oh, it's not working? Just stop.
They broke it, bro. The fucking car rammed into
So they ran over when they were getting abandoned. They were blocking. They ran over the fence.
Broke it, bro. It was ice. I didn't break it. I saw ice crash into it, bro. I saw ice.
Keep coming back. No, keep coming back.
I saw it was ice who broke it, bro. They crashed into the door. Everyone will tell you they crashed, bro. Ice crashed. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! 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 Who are you, bro? Yo! You're pushing back. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out, bro.
Move back.
Bro, who are you, bro? Yo! Hey, yo! Get back! Yo! Get back! Let's go. This is exactly what we don't want to hear.
Manifestantes.
Pass a law that prohibits new contracts with ICE. That's exactly why. Are we up? Yeah, we're up. Because the violence from outside, these federal agents are bringing violence into our community. They have hurt people here from New Jersey. They put them at risk. Yeah, get the fuck out. Get out, bro.
Open up the prison.
I love this.
The U.S. is a fascist state! ICE out of Newark! 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 ICE out of Newark!
you want to get from the cross? Do you want to stand there? Because like it's a little bit of pepper spray and the people are being asked.
I've had that was not okay. I didn't know that was
Why the fuck is this guy still out of the game? Does he want problems? Like,
I want.
the paperwork can't be worth it. Oh my god! Girls, your knees are.
All right, guys. I hope you were able to cut that up. We are going to cut that up and post that on Twitter. So make sure you share that around. Again, those were ICE agents clashing with the activists out here outside of Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. You are not going to see this type of coverage anywhere else. No independent outlet, no mainstream outlet. So you're going to see it right here on Status Coup. So become a member, sign up, $5 a month, statuscoup.com/join. Keep us on the ground here, showing you the truth, showing you what's really happening on the streets.
Right here, right here. Oh, fuck it.
We need your support.
But not everyone. Okay, right.
All right, guys, I think something's going on the other side.
Shut up. You dare tell me to fucking shut up? Fuck you!
These are government workers taunting the protesters.
You ain't gonna burn hell, hope you burn early.
You ain't that fucking Nazi. You ain't that fucking you love to go to hell, you know.
You guys are Nazis. Yo, Hitler would love you.
I bet the way you look at them, they're really good, but you're gonna go to hell when you die and your family's gonna reject you. Never happen in your life. You're welcome, bro.
What's that for? What you got that for? What you gonna do with that?
I found that.
That's your shoe?
No, I didn't found it on the street. I was kidding. I like it.
Watch your phone. You're
What you about to do with that, bro?
You're live.
What you about to do with that? Contained.
También estamos en Instagram y tenemos nuestro sitio web Radio Costanera
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Check that moon out.
Yeah, I know. It's great. All right, guys, I'm going to stay for a few more minutes to see what else happens. These operations go on pretty much all day and night. Vans come in, vans come out, transporting people. I'm sure they go to the detention center in Manhattan and transport back and forth. Hey, how you doing?
They dispersed our little crowd with some pepper spray earlier. Did you catch that?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what they pepper sprayed.
on.
Also, there's that guy who's walking around with the pepper spray can in his hand. He
was
has
the
been
maintenance guy.
trigger happy all fucking day. Do we have his name and badge numbers? Also, I got on video someone pointing a taser at someone's face.
That was
So,
earlier today?
no, literally like a few minutes ago.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not sure if I got that on camera, but if you want to send that
Wow. Which now escalates back to lethal force.
Yeah, if you can find, I'll look for her. But if you see her, have her come look for me. My name is John, by the way. Nice to meet you, Max. And I'm. Oh, hold on. All right, so they are pushing the car forward into the protesters here. All right, pepper spray was deployed.
Just get out of the street. Let's go.
Move out of the way now.
Back up. I'm going to back up. Don't touch me.
You can get through.
Step to the side.
Step to the side.
Hey, come on, PD. What are you doing?
You guys are proud of presenting this?
exactly what we don't want to do.
You're proud to be a part of this? You're proud to be a part of this?
Yo, I'm gonna
You motherfucker! Come on,
Y'all bring the violence.
Yeah, I do bring the violence.
This is exactly what we have a law against this detention center. Because you guys bring the violence. Y'all not even from here, I bet.
I don't have papers. Take me home.
Y'all rather break.
Retreat behind the gate. Retreat behind the gate.
I'm grown. Take me home.
Once they get in.
Did they spray pepper spray?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
All right, so they sprayed pepper spray. All right, negotiator, ERO.
Go from the gate.
You guys have enough
Not get through the gate. Move back from the gate.
Get back.
Move back from the gate.
Get back.
You're on private property right now. Back up from the gate. You're on private property. Back up from the gate. We have cars coming out.
This is exactly why we have a law against this. Yeah, we figured that out in court.
Push them this way. This way.
Go that
This
way.
way. Come on.
Go that way. Let's go. Go that way. Let's go.
All right, and a lot of these ICE agents I recognize from the courthouse back in Manhattan. So they are going back and forth from the two detention centers.
And even with all your resources.
Move away.
Back up into the sidewalk. Back up into the sidewalk, please.
Right there.
Open your eyes. Try to blink. 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 Blink. Blink, blink. Okay, there you go. Your cheeks are gonna.
Again, people were pepper sprayed. There was a report of one of the agents had a taser out against somebody's head.
Stop! Wait, I did not touch you. Y'all touched me. I did not touch you. I'm touching this. I'm touching this. I just said I'm not touching you. Look, your hands are here. My hands are here. Okay? We're good.
Sir, you're obstructing right now. You're going to get arrested. Get away, sir.
Bro, you guys are not supposed to be here.
Get away.
We have a fucking law against this. We have a law against this. You're not supposed to be here. You guys are outsiders coming in here bringing violence and shit. Why y'all bringing violence? Huh? You were in danger or something?
Yo no tengo papeles. I don't got papers. I just learned how to speak English.
Exactly why we passed the law in 2021.
Again, guys, if you are not already a member of Status Quo, we need your support to continue this reporting, this crucial reporting live on the ground, because nobody else is. There are no other networks here covering this, showing you the truth of what's happening. This occupation of the militarized police on American city streets. All right, this is happening in real time right now.
No, it's just bothering me.
Go to statusquo.com/join. Sign up now, $5 a month. Again, we will be live Saturday in Washington, D.C. So make sure you are tuned in then. We have covered protests coast to coast from LA to New York, Washington, D.C., all over this country. And we want to continue this work.
Nah, bro, we just gotta rock with it.
Here, wait, bro.
I don't even want to hurt your feelings. You know, black men, but you can always be in your back.
Every fucking night. Withering away, rotting day after day. Because they get money. And money is more important than a community. More important than another person. More important than themselves.
Yo, bring your chain back out, bro. Come on, bring your chain back out. What are you doing? Come on, that pinball machine chain. Come on, bring it out again, bro. Ashamed of yourself? Come on, come on. You know, we've seen it already. Don't laugh. See, your man is roasting you because he's laughing at you right now. It's sad. It's sad.
I mean, should we do that? They kind of have to give us
But first, they're going to actually have to volunteer that.
You, sir, what's your name in that?
All right, we have a major update. NY Pix 11 reports at least 4 migrants escaped from a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention center in Newark, New Jersey. That's this one, Delaney Hall. Today, so that was today. 4 escaped.
Yeah, I don't cover my face at my job.
Yeah, I might wear
Sources say the escapees were seen running near Turnpike 78 and Delancey Street in Newark.
I know you live. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. All right, so that's the story here. That is what's going on. Also, we had reports of poor conditions inside this facility. There's a guy with a paintball gun that probably has pepper balls.
It's not worth it.
You think you're going to actually deal with people on equal terms, so you have to kidnap them out of their homes while they're asleep?
Look at this one right here with a BB gun. Whatever that's in a pit.
You can't declare what you want. You have to take it. Because you're fucking weak.
Are you gonna shoot us with that thing?
I don't know. He's itching though. You see his face moving his fingers. He's itching. He's like, let him take another step closer.
Making a life of their kids. In what country? Where are they going to live and how are they going to live? Who are they going to become?
It's
Just
sad.
like you? Sad, miserable, hating themselves as an excuse to pass on for another generation.
You gotta be compensating for something.
Take control of
You
your
really
life.
gotta be compensating
Do
for
something
something.
with yourself right now.
I'm like, how big is the therapy bill for the feds?
I mean, what do you think they're gonna be right now? There's
Like,
no
I'm
other
sure
place.
they got you. I'm sure they got you in there 3 times a week. Just the way you're looking right now, I'm like, I know they got you in there 3 times a week. Spending up all my taxpayer dollars on your therapy. Because that finger is itching right now. I don't know why. I don't know what you're so tight about. I really don't.
You really want to shoot us, don't you? You really want to fucking shoot us.
Yep, take a step back. Go ahead. Bring them back.
Yeah,
That's
go back.
4 days a week. They
Move
got
back.
you. Look. I know. I know. I already roasted the last associate.
All right. All right, now Newark police are on the street here. Again, before they were just rolling by. They came and cleaned up after the federal officers were violent with the protesters here. All right, so now this is from a different source about 50 inmates at Delaney Hall. Again, this is the ICE Detention Center here in Newark, New Jersey. So about 50 inmates banded together and pushed down the wall of a dormitory room when meals were hours late, a lawyer told New Jersey Advanced Media. So an immigration lawyer who represents the detainee inside the private contracted jail said his client told him that simmering dissatisfaction over the quality and timeliness of meals in the facility boiled over late Thursday afternoon. It's about the food, and some of the detainees were getting aggressive, and it turned violent. Based on what he told me, it was an outer wall, not very strong, and they were able to push it down. All right, so there you have it. Poor conditions, not getting food on time. Also, we spoke to Kathy. She said they are only getting like a hot dog or very little food. So a lot of issues at this detention center. And again, a couple weeks ago, Mayor Ras Baraka was arrested at the entrance, this entrance right here, just a few weeks ago, after him and other elected officials tried to get inside to conduct an oversight of the building.
Oh man.
Hey guys, so what you're seeing here is just the start. This is going to be happening. This is going to go on. They prepared for this. This is why even the local police, even the local